Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now Live at 4 on this Wednesday. We finally got to use the Springtime Open.
I know.
Danica Lewis is in for Susan, who's off this week, and we're going to head to the backyard coming up in this hour.
I think these are all good signs that the warm weather is here to stay, but we're talking about bringing the butterflies to the backyard, which is always a good sign of like spring, summer weather.
Lisa Briggs will be along with that. But first, here's what's making news on this Wednesday. Jamie Kloss made her first public appearance today since escaping her captor back in January. We'll share what was said at the state capitol.
Also at the state capitol, there is controversy down south as Alabama lawmakers pass a bill that outlaws abortion in nearly all cases. We'll get you an update on that and then tell you what Wisconsin lawmakers are considering here.
And a staff member at Franklin Elementary School is facing charges after he allegedly slammed a door in a student's face. We'll share the latest.
But first, let's get to our weather words of the day. Thunderstorm chances are coming back in the mix. Doesn't look like it from this beautiful weather shot. Lots of green in that photo.
That's beautiful.
And a nice little
look at that.
Man, these surprises just keep coming the more it pans down. Let's turn it over, though, to Dana. She is out on the patio. And, Dana, you are saying that the thunderstorm chances are on their way.
They are, just knocking on the door for us. Right now, though, it is so sunny and nice outside. Our Doppler track is quiet. A few clouds in the sky, but nothing really blocking out that sunshine. And temperature-wise, it feels absolutely comfortable for us. So throughout the state, should be pretty quiet for the next few hours, but we do have thunderstorm chances starting to move in before the end of the week. It is 74 currently in Madison, 77 in Rockford, so everyone's sitting just a little bit above average in the northern Midwest. And compared to this time yesterday, it's a 4-degree jump in Madison, and in Jadesville, about a 6-degree jump in Platteville. Our breeze right now fairly calm, anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour, and it's really not going to pick up for us overnight. That's the good news, and we don't have any major wind gusts to talk about either. So again, fairly quiet. Temperatures through the next few hours, of course, will start to fall. We're close to our afternoon highs right now. We'll be at about 70 by 6, and then, of course, after sunset, we'll be falling to about 59, heading around 10 o'clock. Overnight lows will be near 50 for tomorrow, and then tomorrow we are looking at the chance for not one, but 2 rounds of showers sliding on through. We do have an alert day now in the forecast for your Thursday. We'll take a closer look at those rain chances for Thursday and into the weekend in just a few minutes. Right now on the roads, we don't have any major delays. The good news, no accidents to report. East and westbound on the Beltline. If you're traveling westbound, you're in a good place. If you're on the eastbound side, that's where we have the delays right now. I'd add probably about 10 minutes to your drive if you're heading eastbound. Around Verona, things look just fine. Of course, it's just 151 and McKee Road where we have the delays there. And near Janesville, no major hiccups right now. From Janesville to the Beltline will take you 27 minutes, 18 minutes from Sauk City to Middleton, and then our drive from Sun Prairie to downtown a little longer than usual, about a 17-minute drive for you this evening. Overall, things do look good, but again, we are talking about thunderstorm chances for tomorrow and that alert day for Thursday. We'll talk about your forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Dana, thank you so much.
First, before we start this afternoon at the state capitol with a surprise appearance.
That's right. A 13-year-old Wisconsin girl who was held hostage for nearly 90 days before escaping her captor is officially a hometown hero.
On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, I am so proud to present our Hometown Hero Award to Miss Jamie Kloss.
Jamie Kloss was the one abducted by a man named Jake Patterson last October after he shot and killed her parents in their rural home in Barron, Wisconsin. Now, it was a rare public appearance for Jamie, who has stayed out of the spotlight since she was found. Jamie is now living with her Aunt Jennifer, who once again thanked everyone who helped bring her home.
Our hometown, Barron, and the surrounding area needs to be recognized for their support, encouragement, and their love. Thank you so much.
Jamie did not speak at today's ceremony.
A bill that bans abortion in Alabama is waiting on that state's governor's signature. The so-called Human Life Protection Act makes all abortions illegal unless the procedure is necessary to prevent a serious health risk to the mother. A doctor would be charged with a felony and sentenced up to 99 years in prison, even in the case of rape or incest. Democrats argue it disproportionately puts poor and minority women in danger, and abortion rights advocates have promised to challenge it. But the bill's sponsor says the measure was designed to be challenged, so it goes to the conservative-leaning Supreme Court.
We can't get a heartbeat bill until we get Roe versus Wade revisited and turned over.
So far, 6 states have passed those so-called fetal heartbeat bills, which ban abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy. And a similar bill here in Wisconsin was passed by the Assembly this afternoon and now heads to the Senate.
That measure could send doctors to prison for life if they refuse to provide care to a baby after a failed abortion attempt. Rose Schmidt is at the Capitol for us this afternoon to explain this proposal's chances of actually being signed into law. Rose, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes, Democratic Governor Tony Evers has already promised to veto what's being called the Born Alive bill. It's one of 4 anti-abortion proposals that the state assembly passed here today. Democrats call these bills distractions from what they say are the popular items in Governor Evers' budget proposal. The Republican Born Alive proposal passed the assembly 62-35 today. It would require a doctor to care for and immediately send a baby to the hospital after surviving a failed abortion attempt. It's unclear if this has ever happened in Wisconsin because state health officials say they don't have data tracking it. But the proposal's author, Majority Leader Representative Jim Steineke, says he wants to leave no gray area in the law.
When a baby survives an abortion, takes that first breath of life, that doctors are required to do everything that they can do to ensure that baby survives.
All these bills have a chilling effect on the adequate and appropriate care that physicians and providers should give to their patients.
The other proposals that passed the assembly would require certain information to be given to a woman if she plans to have a drug-induced abortion, and another prohibits an abortion based solely on sex, race, or the potential diagnosis of Down syndrome or another disability. These bills have not been scheduled yet in the Senate, and they could happen in June. Back to you.
All right, Rose Schmidt reporting for us. Thank you so much, Rose. Now, we expect a decision in the next couple of weeks when it comes to last year's lame duck session at the state capitol and whether it was convened illegally. Today, the state Supreme Court heard oral arguments in the case against Republican lawmakers who called for that extraordinary session late last year. The laws passed in that time weakened the powers of the incoming governor and attorney general. In January, a Dane County judge ruled in favor of a group of liberal-leaning organizations that claim that session was illegal. Republicans now want the Supreme Court to overturn that decision. They told the court today that the legislature never adjourned last spring, making the lame duck sessions a continuation of their work and not anything illegal.
A teacher at Franklin Elementary School in Madison is facing child abuse charges.
It's the result of an incident involving a student early last month. Eric Franke joins us now with the details on this case. Eric?
Danica and Mark, this happened April 1st. We don't know where it happened. It was likely at Franklin, where the teacher involved works. Christopher Rumbelow has been with the district for 30 years. In this incident, the student came home, told his mother a teacher caused an injury to his forehead. The criminal complaint says the student left the classroom after a disagreement and kept closing the classroom door, even kicking it at one point when the teacher asked him to keep it open. The teacher then opened the door and the handle apparently hit the student in the forehead, causing that injury. A statement from the Madison School District reads, quote, "As soon as the incident occurred, the staff person was immediately put on administrative leave. The employee will remain on leave while the criminal process is ongoing, and we will take appropriate follow-up steps based on the outcome of that process." Rumbelow is due in court tomorrow morning at 10:30 for an initial appearance. Earlier this year, an incident at Whitehorse Middle School involving an altercation between a teacher and a student. That teacher was not criminally charged and ultimately resigned.
All right, Eric, thank you.
You're welcome.
The president is asking lawmakers to take quick action on new immigration legislation. He's expected to officially introduce that proposal tomorrow. It relies on a merit-based legal immigration system and boosts border security. The administration is already asking legal staff members and air marshals from the TSA to volunteer at the border, something Democrats say they're concerned about. Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson is already involved with the proposal, collaborating with President Trump's son-in-law on the details.
I've been working with Mr. Kushner on many elements of his plan, and by and large, I'm very supportive.
It's part of a generally reckless, tactical approach by this administration to adhere to the president's political objectives.
The TSA says less than 1% of its workforce has been asked to go to the border and that no screeners will be taken out of airports.
Speaking of flying, leaders with the FAA, that is, and the National Transportation Safety Board answered to Congress today after 2 Boeing 737 MAX jets went down in a matter of months, killing nearly 350 people. Katherine Johnson is on Capitol Hill with more on what they told lawmakers they're doing to keep passengers safe.
The FAA needs to fix its credibility problem.
The acting FAA administrator assured a House panel that the Boeing MAX 737 would not return to the skies until it's ready.
We will not allow the 737 MAX to fly in the U.S. until it is absolutely safe to do so, and we will use every tool, every data gathering capability we have to ensure that's the case.
The 737 MAX was grounded after 2 crashes, a Lion Air crash in October 2018 off the coast of Indonesia that killed 189 people, and the March 2019 Ethiopian Airlines crash that killed 157 people. The parents of 24-year-old Samya Stumo, who died in the Ethiopian Airlines crash, attended the hearing.
We want no other family to feel like we feel.
The nominee to become FAA administrator also took tough questions on the Boeing 737 MAX at a Senate confirmation hearing.
What I'm asking you to do if you're confirmed is be pissed off that 346 people died.
I'll be a steady hand on the tiller, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be asking the tough questions.
In exclusive audio CBS News obtained from the American Airlines Pilots Union, a pilot is heard questioning a Boeing executive weeks after the first 737 MAX crash.
We're the last line of defense to be in that smoking hole, and we need the knowledge.
I don't know that understanding this system would have changed the outcome of this.
Boeing says it's working to get the MAX jets back in the air. Katherine Johnson, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
House Transportation Committee Chairman Peter DeFazio says Boeing has not provided any documents to assist in the committee's investigation.
Stocks ended higher on Wall Street as trade tensions ease. The Dow Industrials gained almost 116 points, closing at 25,648. The Nasdaq Composite Index added 87. The S&P 500 was up 16.
Still to come at 4, if you are trying to attract butterflies to your flower garden, you need the right plants.
Lisa Briggs is standing by in our backyard. She'll have tips on how to lay out the welcome mat for beautiful butterflies. Our Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Welcome back to the backyard. Everybody's getting their gardens planted now that the sun is out, getting warm out.
Just feels so nice. Yeah. And of course, you should be considering flowers. Why not? That attract butterflies to enhance that whole garden and summer experience. And here with us is Lisa Briggs from the Briggs Company. Hello. Thanks for coming.
So you want to plant flowers that attract butterflies?
I think it's a really big thing now. And for pollinators in general is sort of a hot topic. So there are rules for butterflies for attracting to your yard. So you want to choose flowers that are really brightly colored. Butterflies feed in the full sun, so you want to choose plants that are going to bloom in full sun. They like what are called puddlers, so you want to add some shallow saucers with some damp sand because they kind of hang out there and feed. Yes. So we're going to plant a little butterfly container garden. So I've got a lot of things here: Pentas, Verbena, this is Asclepias, Lantana, Salvia. These are all things that butterflies really like. And so the main rules of planting always apply. Container with good drainage.
You want holes in the bottom?
Yeah, it's got holes in the bottom. I don't want to tip it because I'll have
then you'll have dirt everywhere,
Yes. Good, well-draining potting soil, which is not necessarily dirt.
So not topsoil?
Not topsoil. This is a slow-release fertilizer. This happens to be Osmocote. Put that in there and then just start planting. So we're going to start with, this is a salvia, and these are all annuals. So we're going to put this salvia, when you take them out of the pots, if the roots look like this, kind of loosen them up. They don't care.
Okay.
Yeah. And I just kind of nestle them in there, pop them in.
And there are perennials, too, that butterflies like.
Yes, you can do things like lavender. You can do butterfly bush, of course, butterfly weed, you know, anything that's got butterfly in it. They usually are there's a reason that that's in the name. You want some things that are going to be upright, like the salvia. Some things in a container, you want to have them be more trailing. This is a lantana, and we also have a verbena there. I like the color combo. I love the way this smells.
Oh, it does smell really good. You got that right away.
Yeah, it's kind of citrusy.
You were talking about pollinators, Lisa. Do these also attract other pollinators as well, or are they specifically butterfly friendly?
These are sweeter plants.
Okay.
For other pollinators, like there are lots of beetles and things that will do pollinating, they tend to like things that are a little more, not stinky, but not necessarily very sweetly smelling.
So bees aren't going to be attracted to this?
Bees will come to these, for sure.
They're not hummingbirds.
Hummingbirds like flowers that have a longer, what they call a tube. And butterflies like things that are a little bit shallower. So some things cross over, like this salvia will attract hummingbirds like nobody's business, but butterflies like it too. So a lot of the same rules will apply.
And it's pretty besides.
I know, that's the thing.
Lots
the
of bright color, and you want it really full, and then you just fill in with the extra soil, and voila. And put it in a sunny spot, and you're off to the races.
For not green thumbs like myself, you're not going very deep into here. You don't need to go that deep.
This was pretty full with soil, and I nestle them in, and then I sort of backfill.
Can you overplant?
With annuals, no.
No, you can't.
I mean, I don't think so.
Okay.
Now, if you want to attract the first part of butterflies, which would be like caterpillars, then there are different things that they would eat. So, like, of course, monarchs love butterfly weed, love milkweed, and tiger swallowtails are crazy about anything in the dill or carrot family. So fennel is really good, and they'll strip it. And then you'll have the adults afterwards.
And they're so pretty.
Yeah,
they just
so pretty.
Liven up the garden, and you're helping them out at the same time.
Absolutely.
All right, Lisa. Great tips as usual. Thank you.
Gotta
get out in the yard this
I think
weekend.
it's finally time.
It may be.
We're hoping.
Past Mother's Day.
Yeah, there's still some thunderstorm chances, but we can dodge that.
Thunderstorms are good.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks, Lisa. Still to come at 4, more and more people like to travel with their dogs.
Yeah, that's right. The hotel industry also taking notice.
Traveling with your best friend just got easier. I'm Ian Lee with how businesses are catering to customers with canines.
Take a look at this. Talk about moves like Jagger. That's because this is Mick Jagger. 2 weeks ago, Jagger was having heart surgery and his band, the Rolling Stones, forced to postpone a series of tour dates. But now the 75-year-old great-grandfather is showing off his trademark moves in a dance studio. He's preparing to resume the No Filter tour later this summer. 75.
I know.
That's
you go.
Awesome.
He's got not better moves than me, I'm just saying, they might raffle up. It is Mick
Moves like
Jagger.
Jagger.
So fortunately, a police officer in Florida has some moves of his own.
And that's because if he didn't have the might, he might have been actually severely injured. The trooper's quick reflexes almost certainly saved his life. Highway patrolman, oh my gosh, Jeremy Modestin was dispatched on a crash on a rainy highway. After speaking with the drivers, he was headed back to his own vehicle when this happened.
Yikes.
The trooper leapt out of the way as the careening car slams into a wall. While the trooper avoided serious injury, the vehicle did clip his foot. He was treated for a broken ankle, and authorities say that he is okay. That could have been a lot worse.
Holy
It could have been a
smokes.
whole lot worse.
That is just
Wow.
I mean, he just...
Hop right on up.
Yep.
Gee, ooh,
Be careful.
Yeah,
Crazy.
no kidding. No kidding.
Crazy. That scene, though, of course, we're going to have water on our own highways here pretty soon with some rain coming on in. And it just means folks need to slow down just a little bit. We're taking a look at shower chances for the rest of the week, even though it's so nice and quiet outside right now. An alert day in the forecast for tomorrow. We'll talk about why right after the break. Mostly sunny skies and pretty mild weather for us today. Overall, not too bad outside. A few clouds, but still pretty pleasant. Today, we've hit a high of 74 so far. We may add another degree or two onto that as we do still have a few more hours of sunlight. Our average temperature around this time in the upper 60s, so we are just a little bit above average, but we started the day pretty close to where we should be at about 44 for our overnight low early this morning. Doppler track is quiet. We don't have any rain chances sneaking in for us overnight. That's the good news. I unfortunately can't say the same thing for the rest of the week. We have this nice system off to the northwest that's going to continue to push southeast, driving quite a few rain opportunities towards us for Thursday and Friday. And then we're expecting that front to kind of stall just south of us and continue to drive rain chances through the weekend and into the start of next week. And almost every day we have some sort of opportunity for rain or even an isolated thunderstorm coming on through. So again, as we head into tomorrow morning, our skies will become mostly cloudy. We're looking at 2 rounds of rain for Thursday, a chance early in the morning, and then we might get a little bit of a break, and then later in the evening, another chance for some showers to start to develop. Friday morning, we're cloudy, and then in the afternoon, we're expecting some showers to lift right into southern Wisconsin, and may have a few isolated thunderstorms in there too. And overall, a pretty soggy evening for Friday. By Saturday, still cloudy, rain chances in the morning to the north, and then in the afternoon, another chance for some showers to slide on through. Same goes overnight into Sunday. So the trend just continues on through the weekend. In fact, by Monday or Sunday night, so by Monday morning, we could have anywhere from 2 to 3 or isolated areas getting up to 3.5 inches. Again, that's over the next 4 days. So a lot of rain coming on through for us. We could have some isolated flooding concerns, and that doesn't put us in a great place right now. Of course, we continue to watch our ag fields. Everything's just a little too saturated, and this much rain coming on through doesn't put us in a good spot at all. Overnight temperatures will fall close to 50 by Thursday morning, and then we are expecting our afternoon highs to hop right on up towards 70 or in the upper 60s yet again. Now, looking at that shower chance early in the morning, again, it is going to be just a little rainy early, and then we do have the chance. Some models are kind of hit or miss on this, of those shower chances coming through again for Thursday night. By Friday, the rain chances will be in the afternoon and the evening. Another cloudy day outside, though. We're just not planning on a lot of sun for the next few days. Tomorrow, we've actually been upgraded by the Storm Prediction Center to a slight risk for severe weather for southern Wisconsin on south, really areas north of Dane County under a marginal risk for severe weather. And that's with those storm chances later in the afternoon, not so much in the morning. And that slight risk really includes the chance for really gusty wind conditions and some hail. Those are our primary concerns. We could see some very tall thunderstorms develop, and with those taller storms, we do have a better chance for hail. By Friday, just a marginal risk for the southwest corner. Again, could see some heavy rainfall at times and some really gusty wind speeds. Overall, our precip really adds on up again, heading through the next few days. And then by the time we get into Sunday, we really start to see those totals climb throughout the weekend for us. That alert day is in the forecast for Thursday because of the shower and thunderstorm threat in the evening. And now that we're at a slight risk, our concern is to really see our wind gusts pick on up. And any hail threat, definitely not a good thing for us. Overnight, we'll fall to 50 under a partly cloudy sky. It will be pretty mild outside early in the morning. Mid-70s for afternoon highs tomorrow. Breezy mild with some thunderstorm chances in the morning and then again in the evening. So mid-70s for Thursday. Mid-60s on Friday, upper 60s on Saturday. We'll stay a little closer to average on Saturday. We've really pulled our temperatures down, actually, for the next several days. We aren't looking to hop up nearly as much for this weekend. Notice our rain trend stretching through the rest of the week and into the start of next week. It's quite soggy outside, so it's not good news for us right now. Gardens, with our ag fields, with anyone with a dog, Penny.
Yeah.
Hey.
Will Penny walk in the rain?
She will walk in the rain, but she becomes a chocolate lab afterwards.
Right. She won't go out.
No, like a little umbrella hat. That's what we need.
Oh, I want a picture of that when and if it happens. Oh, yeah. A rain jacket for Lola.
Yeah. Farmers are going to be in desperate times here pretty soon.
Yes. We've had a few dry days. We've been in a good spot, but unfortunately, that long-range outlook right now just includes repeated showers for us.
Pam Young said at noon they've been working around the clock.
Non-stop.
Yep, getting it in. All right, well, hope for the best.
Yes.
Thank you, Dana. In the dog-loving nation of Britain, hotels are rolling out the red carpet to welcome four-legged guests.
Yeah, businesses are really throwing customers a bone to get them through the door. Ian Lee reports from the English countryside.
Life is pretty good for Bear. The 2-year-old Cavapoo plays with his furry friends in the English countryside. And let's face it, he's a bit spoiled.
It sounds so embarrassing, but he's literally like my fur child. I love him. He comes everywhere with me.
Today, Everywhere includes high tea at a high-end hotel, a uniquely British affair now for the dogs. It starts with a scrumptious 3-tiered meal topped with a pawpuccino. This is your signature dish.
Yes, it is. This is the kind of final touch on the top.
More and more hotels find going to the dogs brings guests through the door. Pets can belly up to the bar for a dog tail, then snuggle up in a posh bed with their own personalized blanket.
The difference between being dog-friendly and going the extra mile to fully welcome the dogs as part of the family.
That means offering the lab of luxury by serving up special snacks and letting dogs lap up as many bottles of Prosecco as they like. To work off the dog pounds, the Fish Hotel offers canine cardio.
Good girl.
Nick and Mary Stacy turned to a travel website called Pets Pajamas to ensure their baby was treated as top dog.
So this is Chi-Chi. He's a pug, black pug, and he's 10 years old. And he's very greedy.
Pets Pajamas says the bow wow factor is the secret to success.
Well, last year we sent, I think, over 10,000 dogs on holiday. This year it's probably set to be double.
Unleashing a unique industry that makes man's best friend feel more like family. Ian Lee, CBS News, Worcestershire, England.
Well, there you have it. What's next? The Pets Pajamas website also has a social pet work for animals to keep in touch, you know, with their furry friends that they meet on vacation.
I'm a dog fanatic.
I know.
And that's too much.
It's a little much.
They don't know. They just want to be with you, have a comfy bed.
A nice toy, maybe some peanut butter every once in a while. We were talking about that, and that's entertaining for the owners as well.
But somebody can make money. So there you go.
There you have it.
Well, coming up next, we're going to head to Milwaukee for a preview of tonight's Bucks game.
That's right. They don't want to start the Raptors series like they did the Celtics one, losing game 1 on their home court. We'll have a live report from Kevin Lewis when we return. Man, that warm weather helps the traffic, apparently, in downtown Madison. You are looking live right now. The roads are dry, the sun is out, and the construction code's out, too. So just be careful down there. Definitely a little treacherous. Yeah. All right, tonight, the Milwaukee Bucks begin the next step in their quest to win the NBA championship.
They play the Toronto Raptors in the first game of the Eastern Conference Finals. Our Kevin Lewis is at the Pfizer Forum with the preview. Hi, Kevin.
Mark Danica, hello. Now, last night we heard from Giannis Antetokounmpo, who said 2 nights ago, this is an example of how much all business they are. It was Giannis, Chris Middleton, Eric Bledsoe, George Hill at the team's practice facility, just shooting at night, after hours, after practice was over. He said no one was talking to each other because they knew how much was at stake tonight in Game 1 against the Raptors, and they do not want a repeat performance of Game 1 against the Celtics, where they dropped it here at the Fiserv Forum. With all the electricity in the building, they know what's at stake tonight as they make their first Eastern Conference Finals appearance in 18 years. And a quick fashion update, there are it's going to be a whiteout, if you will. The T-shirts on the seats say built to stay, built to advance, built to contend. So you know the place is going to be rocking, but the Bucks know they have to back it up if they want to take a 1-0 lead on the Raptors.
And they hope to start, as you say, they hope to start this season better than they did with the Boston Celtics. They got behind right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and falling down 1-0 to a team like Toronto is not good. Mr. Captain Obvious here at the Fiserv Forum. Kawhi Leonard is having a historically good playoffs. He's averaging 32 points and 8.5 rebounds a game. He hit an all-time NBA great shot to beat the 76ers in the last round. He's one of the top 5-10 players in the league, depending on who you ask. But he leads the Raptors. He makes them go. He is their Giannis, if you will, and defending him is going to be quite a challenge for the Bucks, as they cannot take any games for granted against a team like Toronto.
Kev, I'm interested, though, speaking of Giannis, he had some subpar games against the Celtics, but that bench showed up and made it happen. What do you think, what do you foresee the bench's role, you know, folks like Middleton, Connaughton, people like that?
Yeah, the bench mob prides itself on coming in and sparking some electricity. Malcolm Brogdon is back. This is his second playoff game since returning from a foot injury he suffered in mid-March. He said they take pride in coming off the bench and giving the team a boost. Brogdon will come off the bench tonight. Pat Connaughton, George Hill, those guys were monsters down the stretch against the Celtics. And if they can perform that way against Toronto, I don't want to sound like I'm too much of a fan here, but I mean, Toronto will have its hands full if the second unit can come in and do what they did like they did against Boston.
And this season, the Bucks beat the Toronto 3 out of 4 games when they met, so that's a good sign, right?
3-1 against Toronto in the regular season. You don't throw that all the way out the window because they know the matchups. They know the team very well. Head coach Mike Budenholzer was an assistant for the Spurs when Kawhi Leonard came into the league. So he knows him a little bit, but he said that's not really that big of an advantage. He just knows him, and he's gotten really good the past few years. But, yeah, the Bucks have the leg up. They have their number a little bit if you look at the regular season. But tonight is a different animal, and they want to make sure that they get out to a 1-0 lead and make it 4-1 against the Raptors so far total this season.
Absolutely.
The playoffs will be the playoffs, that's for sure.
And we'll see you on later newscasts this afternoon and this evening. Yeah. Thanks, Kevin. The game starts at 7:30 tonight. It's on TNT if you are not going to be in the stadium, and probably most of us won't be.
No, I may have looked at tickets. They're just a little pricey, a little bit.
A little bit,
yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck to the Bucks.
Yeah.
Still to come at 4, it is finally starting to feel like summer.
Finally, right? Time to break out that summer wardrobe. Our fashion expert, Shayna Mace, shows us what's hot and what's not. She's going through the racks right now. She'll give us a look when Live at 4 continues.
Right now, most of the roads are actually looking okay for us. No accidents to report, always a good thing. As we take a little closer look at Dane County and downtown, westbound along the Isthmus starting to slow down. The closer you get to Fish Hatchery Road, and then conditions improve quite a bit as you're speeding along off to the west. On the eastbound side, though, we're starting to see those slowdowns near Verona Road, and they continue all the way past John Nolan. Speeds down to about 20 to 30 miles per hour on the eastbound side, but the good news, at least things seem to be moving right now. As usual, add about 5 to 10 minutes onto your commute if you have to do travel on the eastbound side. McKee Road, we've got delays. 151, we've got delays. Raymond Road right now, we also have some delays for us. Around the Janesville area, a few stop-and-go spots downtown, but no major accidents. And 39 and 90 actually looking okay for us right now. 28 minutes from Janesville to the Beltline, 17 from Sauk City to Middleton, and from Sun Prairie to downtown would be about a 19-minute drive for you this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
Thank you so much, Dana. So one of the few paintings in Claude Monet's celebrated Haystacks series that still remains in private hands, sold at auction for, get this, $110.7 million. That set a record for an impressionist work. That oil on canvas was completed back in 1890. It is the first piece of impressionist art to command more than $100 million at auction. It's also the most ever paid for a Monet, who is the founder of French Impressionism. Monet died in 1926 at the age of 86. The auction house did not identify the painting's buyer, who beat out 5 other bidders in an 8-minute auction at Sotheby's in New York.
$110 million in 8 minutes?
That's not a bad haul right there.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, good if you can, paint
right.
it, I guess.
Well, spring is finally here. Summer fashion not long off, especially more casual fashion. Shayna Mason's here with some effortless looks for summer wear.
Yeah, so today we're going to talk about athleisure, which is the combination of athletic wear and leisure wear. We're seeing workplaces are just getting so much more casual now. People can even wear leggings and jeans to work now. So I thought, let's talk about that topic. We haven't talked about it yet.
Okay.
So brought some different looks too. So these are not things that you would literally wear working out and then out. It's more taking sporty details and incorporating them into your wardrobe and incorporating some comfortable things.
So you're not encouraging, working out, getting all sweaty, and then coming straight to work.
Yeah, exactly. So these are great. These are some jeans that actually have that legging yoga wear inspired detail. They're a legging jean. These are both from Chouette and Mainstream Boutique. So they have this pull-on detail. So when I was pregnant, women probably know you wear jeans like this. Well, now they've introduced them for non-pregnant women, and it makes it really comfortable. They still look like jeans. And so what I love about that is it's taking a little bit of that yoga pant inspiration. So then what I like to do is when you're wearing a legging, like this one, for example, there's no pockets or anything on it, is, sorry, that one does.
One does, yeah,
I guess that one does, but some of them don't, is providing a little bit of booty coverage, backside coverage. So this is great. This duster cardigan can provide that coverage in the back, whether you're wearing a yoga pant or something like a black legging or a jean legging like this. And then we have the little sporty detail in the t-shirt as well. Here's just another option for a great duster cardigan, which is also super on trend right now. So just taking those kind of legging jeans and then providing a little bit of coverage with a longer top.
Did you have to check to make sure it wasn't a dress?
Yeah,
I thought so.
Yeah, I was checking that.
It's great. I love the print on that, though.
Where's it from?
A lot of these things are from Chouette and Mainstream Boutique. Chouette being in Middleton, Mainstream being in Madison here.
Awesome.
So another thing that I love, so here's just an example of kind of more of what we would be used to in that kind of yoga pant inspired. But these are great because they're not a workout pant. They have this front seam in the front. Nice thick fabric. They hold you in as well. These are from Chouette as well.
Those aren't sweatpants.
No, they're not. I'm sorry. And these are from Mainstream, not Chouette. But yeah, these are, again, a super comfortable pant. They're a high rise. But then to provide that booty coverage, this is a great little top.
It's my favorite new term, by the way.
That should have been the theme.
I know.
Booty coverage.
Yeah, exactly. This is great. It's like a tunic top, and then we have a little bit of athletic wear inspiration here in the bralette top with the straps. But it also, again, provides that coverage in the back. And then I brought this other fun top just to show people what you can look for. So it has this front knot detail, but then it's longer in the back. So again, this is if you want to wear your own leggings at home. I'm trying to give you ideas of how you can incorporate these things as well in your own wardrobe. So this is the most on-point one of this segment, I think. This is a super cute set from Chouette. So it has this sporty stripe detail on the side, if you can see that, and then a ruffle sleeve, a matching sort of track pant inspired. But feel the fabric. It's super soft.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, you could legitimately wear this to work with a pair of heels and pretty much feel like you're wearing pajamas, but you're actually going to work. You could also buy each of these pieces separately, wear this with a great white pant and a heel, wear this with a great white button-up and a heel. And so there are different ways that you can wear these and still have that athletic inspiration. Again, you wouldn't wear this working out, but it takes that sporty detail and incorporates
and so
it
comfy.
into kind of everyday wear.
And
yeah,
the
it's
designer is
super
Trouble at the Mill?
Yeah, that's what I know. I saw that too.
awesome.
I thought that was funny. But first set that I featured by that designer. But here is something fun that I have actually never seen. So this is actually a legging with a built-in skirt. Super fun. Again, it provides our booty coverage. So, so right here is kind of fun because then you wouldn't have to wear that tunic top. You would just wear this by itself. And then you could pair it with this nice knot detail shirt right here. Stripes, again, a little bit sporty. But again, a nice comfy look.
This is all one piece?
It is. It's all one piece. So it's something that I've never seen before. But
I haven't either.
It's really nice because, you know, it looks like you're wearing
either.
a skirt with leggings. So
I
it's
just
kinda
really
fun.
love his reactions to this. I haven't seen this
I get
before,
those all the
so
time.
I
get them all the
think
time.
it's
I'm used
great.
to it now.
It's a whole new world.
Yeah, and then we have some 2 great pieces from a new boutique that just opened in Middleton literally a couple weeks ago, Cloth and Metal Boutique. And this is a BB Dakota jacket, again, taking kind of a bomber jacket inspiration with a jean jacket.
Yeah.
I love this because if you already own a pair of black leggings, a white t-shirt, throw this on, throw your sneakers on, you're done. And then this kind of polishes off. Again, this is that longer tunic top, so if you had a pair of black leggings, you could either tie this on the side, like put a little knot in, and then it still provides coverage in the back. Again, a little bit of a sporty detail. But everyone should check out that boutique too.
Time for one
It's
more.
brand new. These are just pieces that, again, have that sporty inspiration, but you could wear on a daily basis. So, again, kind of that 70s inspired look.
A lot of stripes.
T-shirt, dress, always a great thing. Sporty, casual, all in one look. So, again, just different ways to incorporate some comfort, but still have that style and functionality in your wardrobe.
That's a fun.
It is,
Big
yeah.
variety. Jana, thank you.
Thank you.
Interesting. We'll be right back with the final check of your forecast. That's really one piece. Nice evening to get out and walk.
Yeah, it is. Yes. Right now things look fantastic for us. Temperature-wise, we're still pretty comfortable outside, and we've got sunshine, of course, which is the good news. If we're on Max 2, we can take a live look at Platteville right now.
Oh, that looks fake.
I know, it looks like a painting with the blue sky and the fluffy clouds for us. Here's in Madison, a few more clouds for us in central southern Wisconsin. But our Doppler track is quiet. We don't have any rain associated with those clouds. As I look at temperatures currently, things look pretty good for us. Again, 74 right now in Madison. That is our high so far for the day. We may hit 75 in the next hour or so, but then we will cool down a little bit overnight. Still pretty mild overnight low of about 50. That's not too bad. And then the rain.
Right, and then the thunderstorms.
Lots of rain.
All right. Thank you, Dana. Coming up tomorrow, here on Live at 4. We'll find out what's happening in the 608 this weekend with Emmy Fink.
And then it's a tale of two completely different cars when we go behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs. $100,000 difference, in fact. We'll be right back. All right, in today's Final Touch, we have heard of kitten yoga.